hello world. How you guys doing? Welcome to day 13 of Mayhem in May. Yes, guys, I am excited. We have made it all the way here to day 13. Got some great news. We just got a press release that was done on today. So I'm excited about that. I had the opportunity to speak to a journalist who reached out to me and said, hey, Dr. Pitts, saw you on YouTube. You've been going crazy on Mayhem in May. I see that you've been doing it quite for some time. So they asked a few questions, and here we are. We're going to have an article released hopefully by next week. So that's exciting, guys. That means that we are doing something right. So again, day 13, and today's topic, guys, is cutting costs. This is another great topic for me. And when it comes to being a business owner, definitely want to make sure that you guys utilize this particular tip in your business. So without further ado, let's get into it. So before we start, allow me to give you my tip. If you're a small business owner, it is essential to be really mindful of your costs. You'll save more money by being stringent on expenses than you will by earning more. Explore all of your valuable tax breaks and consider outsourcing any non-essential aspects of your business if possible. This can help you save money and ensure that you are maximizing your budget. So today I'm going to give you guys 10 tips on how that can be implemented into your business. However, as a business owner, you are always looking for ways to cut costs and improve your bottom line. And of course, there are a number of ways to do this, and each business is different. So again, get ready for these nice, amazing 10 tips. The very first one is review your expenses regularly. I would probably say for me, I do it weekly, right? This may seem like a no-brainer, but many businesses don't take the time to review their expenses on a regular basis. This is a crucial step in finding ways to save money. Again, I do mine weekly. I'm checking my account daily, right? But I do not allow the review of what's being spent go past a week, okay? So you definitely want to make sure you're doing it regularly. The second tip is cut unnecessary expenses. Once you have reviewed your expenses, it will be easier to identify which ones are unnecessary. These are the expenses that can be cut without affecting your business's bottom line. Very, very essential, very important that you are always trying to cut those costs where they are needed. Tip 3, negotiate with vendors. If you have been working with the same vendor for a while, it's time to renegotiate your contract. This is especially true if you feel like you are paying too much for their services, right? Very, very important. One of the things that my team does relatively well is that if we feel like we're paying too much for a particular thing, then what will happen is I have a software development team, especially when it comes to softwares, right? There are certain softwares that we just love what they're doing and how they're doing, and we kind of love their price point, right? I'll give you an example. One of the softwares is Jotform, right? So shout out to Jotform. But Jotform is a great software, right? However, we have other softwares that we have been involved in, and we stayed with them for quite some time, and we just felt that they were just a little bit too much money. So what my software development team does is they go out and they build those softwares for us to be able to do the same thing and get the same results. Tip 4, automate where possible. I'll say that again, automate where possible, automate where possible. Why? I'm a big artificial intelligence automation fan, right? So there are a number of ways of tasks that can be automated, which will save you time and money. For example, if you can use an online invoicing system to save on paper and postage costs, then do that. And guess what? If you need a software for that, hello, we have one that we can aid and assist you guys with that's extremely affordable, where you're paying a nice, either a subscription monthly fee or a one-time fee, right? But again, you want to automate where possible. And 90% of the time, there is a software or service that you can utilize that won't cost you an arm and a leg, okay? And again, I can help you with that. Tip 5, outsource where possible, right? If there are tasks that you can't automate or that are outside of your core competencies, consider outsourcing them. This can be a cost-effective way to get the work done without having to hire additional staff, right? There's a lot of, you got Upwork that's out there where you can hire freelancers for that particular project. That way, now you're paying them for that project and not having to worry about paying somebody hourly that can be done with something within an hour, and now they're twiddling their thumbs for the remaining hours while they're collecting a paycheck, right? That is the reason why COVID has been such of a benefit to a lot of the businesses that used to have third shifts, now only have two shifts now, because COVID allowed them to focus on the cutback, cutting the costs, right? And they were able to see that, wait a minute, we're getting the same results if we just cut out doing this, this, and this, right? So that's the flip side to what COVID has done for the small business industry. Tip 6, review your pricing. If you have been in business for a while, it's a good idea to review your pricing. You may be able to increase your prices without losing customers, right? We went through this with one of my companies, Ultimate Discount Services Incorporated, and I was afraid that, because we were going to go up on the prices, we were shutting down to one membership, we were going to lose a lot of those individuals, and 80% of those individuals had no problem with upgrading because they were happy with the services that we provided. So never look at it as a bad thing. I think that when you're in that space of having to go up in price, you just don't know, right? And I get it. I understand the fear factor, but understand this: when you build a creditable name in the industry, then it is rightfully so that those individuals will respect you. Okay. Tip 7, offer discounts. If you're looking to increase sales, consider offering discounts. This can be a great way to attract new customers and boost your bottom line. Okay. So if you're going to cut back from something, add it somewhere else. Very, very important. You're not cutting back to put more money in your pocket. You're cutting money from one area to add it to another area. And if you're not doing that, and you're actually cutting back to put money back in your pocket, then that's what failure can set in at. Tip 8, implement a loyalty program. Loyalty programs can be a great way to encourage customers to keep coming back. This can help you boost sales and improve your bottom line as well. Going back into cutting costs in one area and applying them in another area, this is where you will want to apply the money you're cutting back and putting it into, okay? So implement some kind of loyalty program. And guess what? You need a loyalty software, you need an institution that can create that for you. Hello, I got you guys. Just make sure you add it in the comment section. Dr. Pitts, I need help. Then I got you. Tip 9, get creative with marketing. There are a number of creative marketing ideas that can help you promote your business without spending a lot of money. For example, you can use social media to reach a wider audience. So what am I saying? You don't have to worry about at the beginning trying to hire a whole social media institution to run your businesses if it's not in your budget. Stop being lazy, get out, be creative. You got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got TikTok, Twitter still is alive, right? There's so many engines that you can drive traffic to, but if you're not using them, then you're not going to get the traffic, right? So stop being like thinking that, okay, let me pay all of these thousands of dollars to an institution that makes these claims and never gets the results that you're looking for. And guess what happens? You wind up cutting them off anyway. But during that process of time, you lost all that money that you could have been instilling into yourself to make your content great and to make sure that you're putting out good information. And then last but not least, tip 10, make sure you are efficient. One of the best ways to cut costs is to make sure that you are as efficient as possible. This means streamlining your process and eliminating any wasted time or resources. One of the reasons why I'm so successful, guys, is that there's just certain things that I will not allow. There's just certain things that I will not do, right? It is allowing me to not compress all of my time into phone calls, twiddling my thumbs on social media. I am very disciplined to where I only do phone calls on Mondays, right? Mondays is the only way that I'm doing phone calls. And what I mean that is that those are pretty much my consultation free calls, right? Now, if you know that if I'm taking a phone call from a Tuesday through Friday, somebody paid for that time, right? Other than that, Tuesday through Friday, I am focusing on my marketing. I am focusing on my other businesses. I am putting myself in the forefront to build relationships, attend networking events. So Tuesday through Friday is the grind days for me. Monday is more so having that conversation, setting people up for success, getting them involved into programs, so forth and so on. So if you just be efficient with your time, right, that's going to also help you with cutting your costs. Listen, I hope that this information was helpful to you. If it was, do me a favor, share it with 13 people. Okay. I thank you guys and I appreciate you guys. You guys already know my quote. Coming together is the beginning. Sticking together is progress, but working together is success. My name is Dr. Casual Pitts, and join us for tomorrow, day 14 on Mayhem in May. Peace.